Hi friends, this is Patty Bennett. I'm excited to show you these adorable little mini birdhouse cards today. They are just so cute. Look at this. Oh my gosh, so adorable. Each one of them opens up. I am excited to show you how to make these, show you the Stampin' Up supplies that I've used. They're just so fun. I am so excited about today. I don't know, I guess you can tell. So I do want to call your attention to the fact that they will be on my blog tomorrow, May 18th. Today is a weekly live, Facebook Live, that I do on Fridays with some sort of card making tutorial for you. Today is May 17th, and it is 11 a.m. Pacific time. So if you're joining in live, please say hi. Oh, hey, I just saw Patricia on here. Patricia, for our class, our online class tomorrow, be sure you join our Facebook group. I sent that information out to you in a newsletter. Sorry, just little public service announcement there. Hi, Pauline. Yes, you are on the live. Welcome. Hello, Margaret, Debbie, Lisa, Denise, June. How is everybody today? So again, if you're joining live, please say hi in the comments. And if you're watching a replay and you have a question, you can always comment either on the Facebook video replay on my blog or on my YouTube channel. That's where you will find the replays. So, hey, good morning, Carol. Hi, Christine. In Sydney, Australia, it's 4 a.m. Oh my goodness. What are you doing up so early, friend? Trisha, Gulf Shores of Alabama. If you're watching a replay, skip ahead about 60 seconds. We will start the actual card making in about 60 seconds. But again, thank you if you're joining live. I'm so glad that you're here. Hey, Tracy and Tammy and Lois. How's everybody? Oh my goodness, a whole bunch of people just jumped on. Karen, Stacy, Jean, Diane, Cindy. Hello, everybody. I'm so glad that you're all here. So happy. These are so cute. I don't know if you've thought about making a little mini card like this, but I just think they're adorable. And I just love how the little birdie can peek through in the middle, or, you don't have to. It can just have something else, sentiment on the inside, but I just think they're so precious. So I will show you the supplies. We will make one together. I'm going to do some coloring, some Stampin' Blends coloring on the birds and the flowers. So I will show you that. And yeah, we'll answer questions and we'll have fun. The birds chirping, right, Debbie? That's cute. Yep, Tammy is watching from about 5 minutes away. Yep, she is very close. I am so glad that you live so close, Tammy. It's wonderful. Hey, Shan. Thanks, Carol. Oh, Connie's taking a break from house cleaning. Love it. Hey, in Sunnyvale, yeah, you are very close, Connie. Oh, I'm glad that you like these. Thank you so much, everybody. Well, I think we are officially at the top of the hour, so let's get started. My name is Patty Bennett, and I blog at pattystamps.com. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, so the supplies that you see me using are in the Stampin' Up! Catalog, and the specific supplies, I don't know, sometimes I get tongue twisted. Sorry about that. The specific supplies that we are using today are from the Country Woods collection, pages 48 and 49. They have adorable little birdhouse samples. So we're using the Birdhouse bundle, we're using the Country Flowers bundle, and we are using the Country Woods paper. I'm just going to show you lots of different ways to use all that pretty paper. I'll tell you though, when I first saw the catalog and I first saw that paper, I thought, why in the world do we need so many patterns of wood? But this package, I'll tell you, you can do just about anything with it. I love that there are cool tones and warm tones. There are like weathered. There is just wood grain. This one is really cute. Of course, I personally love that blue. I think it's gorgeous. And look at this. I mean, who would have ever thought to have sort of this peachy flamingo petal pink color with wood, but they're beautiful. They're awesome. They're so gorgeous. So we are going to use that. And here is that bundle that I just showed you. So we're going to use the Hello Friend and the bird stamp and then the dies. And I decided, okay, even though I want to show you, even though there's this small flower in this set, I really wanted to go just a little bit bigger. So I used these two floral images. It's in the same suite, but a different bundle. And then they have the matching dies right there. So I used those. And of course, you know me and coloring, and I love to color my flowers. So I had to just color all sorts of beautiful flowers and birdies. And they're just, I don't know, they're just so cute. How adorable are these little cards? And here's a little secret. In case I forget to tell you this later, if you are careful and you do not overhang any of your little additions below the bottom, then they stand up. I wasn't thinking when I did this one. I got a little carried away, and you can see how it hangs down below. See, it hangs below. So this one sort of leans. It's like the leaning birdhouse of Hercules there. But if you're thinking about it and you keep everything above there, then they're adorable and they stand up. And I was thinking, how cute would this be? Like if you did a little tag like this and you put somebody's name on it, and it could be either a bag tag or a place setting tag. I don't know, I think the possibilities are just so endless with this. So super duper cute. And then they will be on my blog tomorrow, pattystamps.com on May 18th. So don't forget to look for that. Let's see, what do I want to show you first? So let's go over how the actual base of the little birdhouse is created. And by the way, wait, this isn't thick. Hang on, I need thick. I was like, that is too flimsy. All right, thick. I do not know if this is how she created it, but I saw this little idea of the house with the hinge and standing up from, and now I don't know if it was Pinterest, Instagram, I forget where it was, but it was Leah Faye Handmade. That was the name of her channel, her whatever. Well, I don't remember where I saw it, but I don't know how she made it. So I just sort of looked at the idea online and I said, okay, here's what I'm going to do. So I took a piece of thick basic white. I bet you could probably use really any color cardstock you want, but I wanted to use thick, and I scored it at 4 1/4. So that is in half. Well, that's rogue. Oh, I know. I was working on my gratitude journal this morning. That's what that was from. And then you fold it in half with your bone folder. Then you take the large birdhouse die, and you are going to be able to put it 3 times. So 1, 2, 3, and you are going to get 3 of the little white bases. But let me show you the tip here. On all of them, you want to start kind of by hanging this over the edge, and then you're going to come over like this until you just do not see anything showing through. And I'll show you on the back. Let me just put one more of these so I can flip this over and show you. On the back, I want to show you, do you see how that cutting line of the die, which is that little raised ridge, is off the edge of the fold? That's what you want. You do not want to cut the fold. So I'm just going to turn around and die cut this to show you, and then we'll do it one more time so that you just get the idea for sure. Okay, so I have die cut it. So now I'm going to show you. I'm going to pop this out. And now there's a fold. So that allows it to stand up or just to be a little mini opening card. So I'll do that one more time just to show you again. I won't do all three, but you get the idea. But I'm doing it again because I want to show you an extra tip here. Okay, so we're going to cut this one. Okay, so here's our second one. Okay, so there's number 2. And then, like I said, you're going to be able to move it down and you're going to be able to get a third one on there. But here's why I wanted to show you this piece. Don't discard this because we are going to need, here's all my little pieces for today. We are going to need extra white pieces. This is the planter box piece. Okay, the planter box piece. And then this extra piece right here. Okay, these 2 pieces, you're going to want extras, and I'm going to show you why. But what I found was that I can just sort of, well, you have to put them cutting side down, but same thing. I can just sort of puzzle these on here like that, and I can use up a whole bunch of this extra paper without wasting. So I just wanted to show you that. I have them ready, but I wanted to show you what I did. So let me just put those away. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you're liking this. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Oh, I'm glad that you're liking these. They're just so cute, aren't they? Just adorable. So you all get the idea for this, right? You can do 3 of them along the fold like that. And that is a full sheet of thick white folded in half. Okay. So we have our cute little, I might even do 2 at once. You might get a 2-for-1 today. How fun would that be? And then the other things that you need to cut are the pieces for, maybe it's easier to show you this. Okay, the pieces for the front. So I have a bunch of them already cut, all the different patterns in the country woods. You're going to need the pieces of that planter box. I feel like I'm on a cooking show. And then you have a 1/4 teaspoon of this, and then, no, not really. I don't cook. If you know me, you know that. Okay, then you have the cute little scallop detail piece. So I have those cut. And then this is the Eve piece. And I'll go over all these when we assemble it. And then I have already cut and colored a few flowers and birds, but we'll do those together. And then those extra white pieces that I talked about. And these are just scraps, and I'll show you what I used the scrap for. So to cut those, you really only need a 4x6 piece. This is a little bit bigger, but you need about a 4x6 piece. And I did 3 layers at once. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm just going to show you how easy this is. So 4 inches will fit the birdhouse die like that. And then there are 3 other pieces we need. We need that Eve, we need the scallop, and we need the planter box. And these are just little Post-it tabs. I leave them on there. I don't get a new one every single time. So that's why I know it looks a little funny, but that's what they are. They're just on here, and I just keep reusing them. Okay, so you're going to puzzle it on there like something like that. Doesn't have to look exactly like that. Okay, this one I can tell is getting old. There's like almost no sticky, so hang on. I'm gonna just grab another one. This is what these look like, by the way. They're just little Post-it flags. You can use whatever, Post-it or tape or whatever. Uh-oh, somebody's LOLing something. What? Question, new person here. When you ladies make your cards, what do you use for envelopes? I use the Stampin' Up envelopes, Brenda. They sell the A2 size envelopes. They're just the regular card front envelopes, and that's what I use. So I buy them from myself, from Stampin' Up. I wish I had time in my life to make pretty envelopes. I had a friend who always made her own envelopes, usually out of old calendars, and they were gorgeous, but I don't have enough time, so I buy them. Oh, Debbie, I'll talk about those containers in just a second. I'm just going to die cut this. Okay, Debbie was asking about these little containers. So I have a whole video from, I don't know, a year or so ago. If you go to my YouTube channel, Patty Stamps or Patty Bennett on YouTube, and just search TJ Maxx on my channel, you'll find it. I got those at TJ Maxx and I love them. They are so handy for corralling all my little die cut pieces. And if you can't find it that way, then I would suggest go over to my blog, pattystamps.com, and up at the top, I have a tab that says Patty's Craft Room, and you'll find the TJ Maxx video there, but that's where they're from. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Linda. Glad you like them. You're welcome, Debbie. What else did I miss? Hang on. Let me just check real quick. Hey, Nell, welcome. I'll see you tomorrow in class. Terry says this wasn't on her radar until now. I'm glad you like it. Thank you, Jana. That's sweet of you. Oh, good, everybody. I am so glad that you're liking these. Okay. How did you cut it at once? Cut what, Shan? I cut 3 layers with all of these. Is that what you're asking? What? I'm not sure what you were asking, Jan. Shan, sorry. So don't forget, all of these papers are double-sided. So when you start creating, don't forget to flip it over and decide, what do I want to do? The fabulous thing about this particular die is it is 100% symmetrical. So you can flip this either way. And I love that because sometimes a die is not symmetrical, and when you go to flip it over, it doesn't work. So I love that it's symmetrical. Let's see. What? Oh, how many? 3 layers. I cut 3. The Stampin' Up, Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine will easily cut 3. If you have a different die cutting machine, don't try it unless you know that works. So we have all the little birdhouses to select from, and that's going to be our first step. We're going to add the planter box and the scallop and the eave. So let me just get those out. So here's the scallop, here's the eave, and the planter boxes. So I loved liquid glue for this, but don't use a ton. And I'll tell you why, because as we start building up layers, this is going to get like really soaked with liquid adhesive. So just be careful on how much you use. Okay. Don't use too much. I'm trying to see if there's one over here that I haven't done yet that I would want to do. I think I don't know, that one's kind of dark. Oh wait, I haven't done that. Maybe I'll do this. Just trying to look here. I think I'll do this one. All right. So here's the best way I found to line it up. You pinch kind of down here at the bottom, and you make sure that that planter box is lining up, and then pretty much the whole thing just magically lines up. And the beauty, of course, you know, the liquid glue, you can just sort of smoosher it around there and it'll go right into place. Okay. If you want to, I think on most of these, I added one on the inside, and you can totally do that as well. Just for time's sake, I think we'll just do the front on this one. I can always do the inside later. I will tell you a tip though. If you want to do the inside, do it now, because we are going to use this piece on the front to die cut the hole. And it is much easier to just have all 3 layers there at once and go through all 3 layers. So I will tell you that it's easier to do it all at once. Okay, let me just cut that quick. And you probably know this, but make sure this is open when you cut the hole, because if it's like this, the hole is going to go all the way through. So open it up and cut the hole. Okay, so we'll pop that out, and I did not use those for anything. You can if you want, but I didn't use it for anything. Okay, now comes all the fun part. This is kind of like paper dolls, and this is so fun. Oh, the back door, that would be funny. I love that. Thanks, Verna. I'm glad you like these. Let's see, what about the whole... Oh, sorry, Gail, I just wasn't there yet. So now you've got it. Okay, so then here's what I decided that I really, well, this is how I liked it. Do you see all this depth and dimension and the shadow and the shading? I really wanted this to be really dimensional. So I added, remember I said we were going to use that extra white paper cardstock? So I added a layer of white under the planter box, and I added this layer of white up here at the eave, and then I put the patterned paper on top. So that's what starts to give us some dimension. And this is where I was saying, don't put too much glue, because you've got so many layers on here. This thing is just going to be soaked in glue. In fact, I think I actually used seal down here because it's like the perfect width. But this, I thought this was a little too skinny to try to put seal. So you're just going to do a skinny little line. And then you can kind of smusher it around there to line it up. I think, yep. Okay. And you can always kind of check the back. And actually, I thought when I got to this point on one of them, I'm like, oh, the white is really cute. But no. We need to have all the fun patterns here. So let's see which one. And this is where it's like paper dolls, and you can play and you can decide what you want to use. Oh, so much fun. Maybe I'll do that. Not that one. That one I have. That's too light. Oh, this is 2 pieces. Oh, I like this one. That's kind of in between. Yep, I think I'll do that one. Okay. So then another layer of glue. So again, sparingly as possible. Don't soak this. You could use adhesive sheets. I just thought of that. I'm just always so, like, I don't think of that until it's too late, kind of, but I'm telling you now, so you could use adhesive sheets. Okay, so now we have the eave, and then we get to pick out which scallop piece. Oh, I can already tell. I think the blue would be pretty. That would be pretty. Let's see, we could go lighter. What about this one with the kind of the flamingo? Maybe. Not that. Not that. Oh, look, this one goes over here. Dark. Nope. Nope. Oh, maybe that. Oh, wait, look. What about this? That's too funky. Too crazy for me. So for me, I'm going to say it's going to go between the blue and this, and maybe I should pick my planter box, and maybe that would help me make a decision. See, like that scallop and this kind of match, so it's kind of like matching shoes and purse. Oh, here's a blue one. So what if I did the blue and the blue? Oh, I seriously like that. I like the blue and the blue. That's what I'm going to do. That's the fun of these, or at least that's the fun for me. I think if I were a quilter, I would just enjoy the whole process of picking out all of the pieces of fabric even more than the actual quilting. Because that's what this feels like. It's like picking out all the colors and the patterns. And this just gets smooshed right up into the eave, because remember we have the double layer. And then instead of another liquid glue layer, I'm going to use my seal on that just to avoid one more layer of liquid. Look how cute! Oh my gosh, that's so cute. So adorable. Now what I want to call your attention to, I think you can see it on all of these, I have added more shading and shadow under the scallop and under that eave, because this is cute, but it really adds a lot when you add that extra. So let me show you what I did with that. So I would suggest that you try, depending on your color that you have, that you're using, Pebbled Path or Gray Granite or Smoky Slate. So any one of those, and it kind of depends how light or dark your patterned paper is. Oh, good. Leslie loves the blue. Tammy loves it. Thank you. That is what... Oh, yes. Tammy loved helping her mom. I love that. I love that. Oh, it's not too much work, Sherry. This is so much fun. Especially, I don't know, if you're of my generation and you loved paper dolls, I think you're going to absolutely love making these. Okay, so I think what I'm going to try is the Gray Granite first. That's what I'm going to try first. If I need to go darker, I can always go darker. And all I did was went along the eave line and then along the edge of the scallop. And I think I'm going to need to go darker. This is barely showing. I don't even know if you can see it, because I can hardly see it. So I'm going to add more color. I'm going to go darker. So that was Gray Granite. I'm going to try, I don't know if I should go right to, let me see how dark it's pretty dark. This is Pebbled Path, but this is really going to make it pop. And remember, all of the alcohol markers will kind of fade and blend in a little bit as they dry. So if you're like, oh my gosh, that's so dark, don't worry, it will lighten a little bit. And then I think with this one, I'm just gonna go to the Smoky Slate. Oh yeah, that's better. So can you see this? I hope you can see it. Let me hold it up for you. So do you see, I maybe should have done a before and after, but do you see how you get that shadow look? I just love it. I absolutely love how that looks. Now I'm going to take my fine tip Sharpie marker, and I'm actually going to lightly, I don't want to do it too dark on this one. I'm just going to kind of lightly give one more layer of shadow. And I just think this is super, super cute. You don't have to do this part, but I love that part. That's what really just makes it for me. I love the extra shading. What do you think? Do you like that shading on them? I might have gone a little dark on some of them, so you don't have to go quite as dark, but you know, you can do it however you'd like. Oh, I also thought maybe crumb cake. That might have been good on this one, although it might have been too light. I don't know. You can always try it and add more color. Oh, thank you. Tammy loves it. Terry loves it. Sherry likes it. Yay, I'm glad you like it. Oh, thank you, everybody. Yep, gives it a lot of depth, Connie. Connie, I'm mailing you a little welcome packet today. Thanks for joining our team. Oh, good. I'm glad you like it. Yes, everybody. Thank you. Well, no, not dimensionals. So Tammy said she thought that I had popped these up with dimensionals. It's just that one extra layer of the white, the thick white, under this, and then the shading. And that's what gives it all that dimension. So now to decorate, I had stamped myself some sheets of these two, well, this is one image, this bigger floral image, this image, and some birds. So you can see on this one uses that and the bird. Most of them I used this image just because I like it better. But I want to show you a little trick here. So on this one uses this, and this, I cut it right there. I tucked this part behind and the roses behind there. So this one's a mega flower. I love this one. This is my favorite. And because it has the blue is so cute. And I love that little birdie because it looks just like some of the birdies that come to my backyard. So I love that one. And then depending on the color of the wood grain that you chose, you might want to do some different colors. You can see that I have used the Summer Splash and Shy Shamrock. That's a lot of S's. To kind of pull in the color of the wood grain paper. So keep that in mind as well. So we are going to, well, me, there's nobody else here. I'm going to color and die cut and finish this birdhouse to show you how I finished it off with the flowers and how I did the birdie on the inside. So if you're not here for the coloring and you don't want to watch me color, totally fine. I get that. You don't need to. I am just going to grab my blends. And I know you might say like, well, all you needed was like a red and a yellow and a pink, right? Yeah, these are all the colors I used. I might be a little bit crazy when it comes to blending colors, but those are the colors that I used. So I just left them out so I could show you. Okay, I don't want this one to get lost because that's the one we're going to finish. So I'm just kind of put these here so you can see how cute they are. And I'm going to color. So anyway, what I was saying was, if you just wanted to see how to make the birdhouse part, we're done with that. If you don't want to watch the coloring, you are welcome to hop off. You won't hurt my feelings. But if you want to stay and chat and watch me color, I will be happy to chat with you about that. Let's see. Jean said she came late. How did I do the folded birdhouse? I'll just show you quickly, but you're welcome to watch the replay, so I won't bore the other people. But it's a folded piece of thick white, and I took the birdhouse die and did that. Die cut it, and then that way you get the fold intact. So let's color. Let's color. What do I want to use? I think I'm going to kind of go with, yeah, I love how that would look on here. I'm going to go with this color selection. So I think the first thing I'm going to grab is like light pretty in pink. And I'm just going to put some color down on the sort of the perimeter of the larger flowers. And you know me, I'm all about like kind of the quick and simple. I know you can spend hours and hours and hours, well, okay, not hours and hours, minutes and minutes and minutes coloring and shading, and you can totally do that, but I just kind of prefer getting it done, making it quick, all those things. Okay, Debbie says, we're so jazzed up about the cute cards. Now we need to unwind, relax, and watch me color. That's great. Oh, good. Nell says she likes watching me color and getting tips. Awesome. You guys are so sweet. Faye is asking, is this on YouTube? It will be on my YouTube channel this afternoon. So right now we're on Facebook, and I always save them and put them on YouTube in the afternoon after I have some lunch and go to the post office. Yeah. So let's see. I think I will do a little bit of this. So this isn't going to be exact. This is going to be similar, but it's not going to be exact. I'm sort of going a little bit rogue. So let's see. Dark, pretty, and pink. I want flamingo. So here's dark flamingo. So let's do a little bit of shading. Normally, when I color, I like to start with light, and then I go to dark, and then I kind of go to medium, and then I go back over it with light. That's just my system. You don't have to do it that way. You can do it any way you wish. But that's just sort of how I usually do it. Poppy Parade. Just building up a few layers of similar color. If you haven't heard me chat about color and coloring with blends, I don't just stick with, let's see, where's my other pretty in pink? That's my other, is this it? Yeah. So I don't just stick with the light and the dark, like say pretty in pink. As you can see, what I'm building up here is pretty in pink, flirty flamingo, and poppy parade. So I'm going to use these 6 colors on that flower. That's just how I like to color. And you don't have to. You can do whatever works for you. But I have just found that I like building up lots and lots of color on mine and not just blending 2 colors together. It's just my preference. This is dark, pretty, and pink. And I'm just going to go to dark Poppy Parade. And so that'll be our, just our really darkest layer. I'm just going to do a few little shading bits over here. And then go back to probably dark flamingo to just sort of blend a bit. And I don't know if you've watched any of my blend videos. I don't know, I think I have 30 something Stampin' Blends videos. But the more you let something, a layer dry, then the more contrast you're going to end up with. If you just keep coloring and keep adding color and keep adding color and keep adding color, it just keeps blending in together. So if you want some contrast and you want a lot of lights and darks, which is what I like when I color, it just is pleasing to my eye, then you want to kind of wait in between layers, which is why you have seen me go back and forth between 2 images and different flowers. If I would have kept going with this one, with the yellow and then the peach, this would have been all blended. But I don't know. I hope you can see kind of the lights and darks, that you can see the difference there. Now let's do greens, and I'm really kind of liking the brighter green there. My favorites, Granny Apple and Lemon Lime. So we'll start with light Lemon Lime, because that'll be our lightest one. Thank you. I appreciate all that. Oh, zoom in. Well, let's see. I don't know if I can really... Well, let me try. Whoa, it worked. What do you think about that? Sorry, I don't always think about zooming in. I have huge computer screens that I do all my work on, and so I don't know. I guess I always think that people have really big screens and that you could see. So thank you for that reminder. Sorry about that. Okay, so light lemon lime twist, then I'm going to go to dark Granny Apple and just put in those little bits of shading. You know, these are so small that, gosh, they hardly even need shading, but I just personally love all the shaded colors, so that's what I do. I just give it more than one color because it's pretty. Little dabs of that, and then we'll go, do I want to do light Granny Apple? I guess so. I think I'll do light Granny Apple to blend. So you just kind of want to blend between the light and the dark. And give those stems a little bit of color. And remember, when you're coloring, don't give up too soon, because like I said earlier, the colors will bleed and blend, and I think, at least in my experience, I think you'll end up liking it better if you let it sit a minute and then you kind of come back to it. At least I do. Okay, and then my last thing that I'm going to do is I'm just going to put kind of some dots of color. I'm not really trying to color these things in. I'm just trying to give a little bit of random color there. Okay, so those are the... Oh, I didn't finish this one. Let's see, what do I want to add to this? I think I'll add... What do I want to add? I think I'll do dark daffodil. And then we'll go over it one more time with the light lemon lolly. And that will just help blend out those colors. Yep, I love it. Okay. Oh, the birdie. We have to do the birdie. I really like this. I think I'm just going to kind of copy this. So let's see. What did I start with on this one? I started with peach pie. That's dark. And then I did some, oops, that's not light peach pie. Light peach pie. Gosh, they almost look the same, but it will lighten. And then I added Poppy Parade. Sorry, I was just checking the camera to make sure you could still see. Oh, while I'm coloring this, I have to tell you a sad story about this birdie. So I created projects for an event, a soiree, an event, a retreat, a stamping event. Gosh, I don't know, my brain. Okay. For that Kirsten and I are co-hosting. And so I was stamping and die cutting with this bundle, with this Birdhouse bundle. And I have completely lost the die to cut out the bird. I mean, it is gone. Gone, gone, gone. I have no idea what happened to it. Maybe it's like stuck somewhere under something. I don't know, but it's gone. So I had to hand cut all of these little birdies that are on my cards. And I ordered a new set of dies just for the bird. Can you believe it? I just can't. I don't know what happened to it. I am so sad. But, oh well. It is life. It happens, right? So sad. So let me die cut the flowers, since I do have dies for the flowers. And we will just quickly fussy cut the bird, and then we'll finish up this little birdhouse. So tell me what you think. Do you like the Birdhouse bundle? Do you like the whole Country Woods bundle? I think it's all fabulous. I love how it all kind of works together. Okay, let me turn around and die cut. There is something so magical about just popping out die cut images, isn't there? It's kind of like the first time that you ever saw heat embossing. Isn't that just magical? I think it's magical. Alrighty, well, I wish I could look over there and read comments and fussy cut all at the same time, but I can't. So I'll catch up on your comments in just a second. This won't take too long. But I'm very sad about the birdie die. I just can't believe it. It's hopefully probably stuck to the bottom of something. I don't know. I really don't know what happened to it. Of course, it could be in the recycle bin. I mean, it could be, already out in the garbage. I don't know. Not on purpose, but all right, so now we have a birdie. And I'll show you how I assembled the bird and the flowers. And we're going to cut this one. I don't know if you were here in the beginning, but I showed you what I did with that. So I have my pieces of foam adhesive sheets. You know me, always got to have all my little pieces of foam adhesive sheets. And I found, here's a tip. It is best to put your adhesive on the birdhouse, because if you stick it on here and you stick this down, the adhesive might be hanging off over the edge. So be careful about that. And I'm going to be mindful of not hanging over the bottom like I did on this one, because I want this one to be able to stand up. And then, remember I said that I snipped this in half? Not even carefully. You don't even have to do it carefully. You just snip it in half. And I'm going to tuck part of it up there and part of it here, like that. Yep, so it's going to go like that. Oh my gosh, I love this one. This one might be my favorite. Oh my goodness. So I think what I'll do, okay, I can see where that is. I'm going to put a dimensional right there. I promise I'll read your comments in just a second. I'm so sorry that I'm like so immersed in this card. So I can do that. And then this one's just going to get some glue. Just right at a little bit at the bottom. Doesn't need much. Tuck it back behind there. Isn't that cute? Wasn't that fun to be able to take this image and chop it in half and make it go kind of even further? Well, I think it's fun. Thank you, everybody. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Thank you. Oh, someone asked earlier, love your cards. Just curious, what bird did you use that face? Oh, thank you for asking. I almost forgot to show you that. So somebody with an eagle eye did see, here's a bird inside facing the other way. And there's another one. Hang on, where is it? Why am I being blind? Oh, there's another one right there, little one. So this paper arrived, well, let me zoom back out. Okay, there we go. This paper arrived, I think last weekend. This is part of the Winterly Treetops Suite. Stampin' Up! Demonstrators could register for an event in June called Creativity Now, and we could pre-purchase this whole suite of products. And this was one of the papers in that suite. And I looked at it, and this is actually what inspired me to make Birdhouse cards, was this paper, because then I had birds on my brain. And so I just fussy cut some of these birds and some of these greenery pieces. I'll show you. Oh gosh, we could have used these. I wasn't even thinking. That's so funny. Anyway, here's some of those little greenery pieces and the pine cones. So I just cut them out of that paper to use on these cards. And that's where that was from. Thank you, Tammy, for repeating the question. I appreciate it. Let's see. Yeah, I zoomed back out. I'm sorry about that. Hang on. I'm just going to see if there's any other questions. Let's see. Did I shade the, I did not do any shading on the planter box because, I mean, look, it barely ends up showing on most of the cards. So I did not, but you totally could. Let's see what else. Yes, thick white cardstock. Okay, I don't see any other questions, but maybe Tammy or someone else, can you help me out? And if you saw a question that I missed, please let me know. So then to put the bird inside, I did that, and then I just took my pokey tool and I just kind of moved it around until it was where I wanted it. And then I carefully opened. And then I held down the tail, and you could maybe put a glue dot or you could use liquid glue. And I just put the adhesive like that. Okay, and then I checked it. Yep, and then it's in the right spot. Now I'll show you what I did for this. Don't know if you remember in the beginning, but I said I had one little bin just of scraps. And so I just took a scrap and I snipped it so that it was kind of roughly the same angle as the sides of the birdhouse. And then I just put a little line of glue, and then it just kind of makes it look like he has something to sit on. That's what I did with that. That's what I did with it. I think this is my favorite one of all of them. Oh my goodness. That's so fun. So fun. What do you all think? I just think that these are the most adorable little things. And I thought about putting them onto maybe like a 4x4 card so that they were, you know, like they were an actual card. But I don't know. I kind of like, hang on, this is crooked. Sorry. I just kind of like them like this. So I'm just going to mail them in a regular size envelope and just send them to people because I think they're adorable. Thank you, everybody. No, they won't fit in 3x3 because this is 4. Remember, we did the 4x6 pieces of the DSP, so this is 4 inches tall. So it's 4 inches tall, so it won't fit in a 3x3. Let's see. Oh, good. I'm glad you like them, everybody. Yes, you should make some, Patty. You should definitely. Yes. And Christmas tags. They would be adorable for tags. I think we were talking about that at the beginning. Tags. I think they'd be really cute as little place card, name hold, like you put the name on it, a name place tag. I don't know. What do you call those? You know what I mean? Like at a luncheon or a dinner or something, and you put a name on it. I think that would be so cute. Oh, I'm glad you like them. Thank you, everybody. Thanks, Tanya. Yes, everything is actually on my blog today. So you were asking about the colors that I used. Yes, if you go to pattystamps.com, all of the supplies are there today. All the colors are there. These and all the supplies will also be on my blog tomorrow, May 18th. So you can hop over there when we're done and you can see all the colors that I used. Hey, Shirley, I didn't know you were here. Where did I get the stylus that I used? This is, look how old and icky and dirty. This is a Stampin Up. See, it says Stampin Up. This is an old Stampin Up one. I just personally love this one. We have the take your pick tool. For me, it feels too big. I love this one, so I love this one. But you can use whatever you'd like. Oh, good. I'm glad you enjoyed all the tips, Connie. Let's see. Any other questions? Hang on. I'm just going to scroll to see if there were any questions. Denise, she says, oh my goodness, can I move next door and be my permanent student? That would be so much fun to have a stamper next door. Wouldn't it be fun? Would they fit on the note cards? 3.5 by 5. I think they're too wide, but let me grab one and let me see. But I don't think so. Because I think the 3.5 won't fit. So here's a 3.5 by 5. They will. I thought it was wider than 3.5. Ta-da! So yes, you could totally put them on the small 3.5 by 5 Stampin' Up! Note cards. And that would be adorable. I don't even think I'd decorate back there. I mean, I suppose that you could. Let me see if there's kind of a plain. I mean, you could, right? You could put a pattern behind that. That would be adorable as well. But I do think it would be really cute on the white. So yes, you could do that. Thank you for that suggestion. That's brilliant. Let's see. Any other questions? Did I miss anything? I don't know if Tammy's still on here. Let's see. Oh, Johanna said she skipped this Country Woods DSP, but yeah, it's amazing. Anything else? Let me just check. Oh, good. Claire's going to make some this weekend. Well, anything, I don't see any other questions. So I just want to say thank you for joining, and I will see you next week. I'm not sure what we're doing next week, but it does have to be quick because I have I have a Zoom at 11:45 next week. So next week's will be shorter because I'm going to have to race downstairs and get onto a Zoom, but we will do something. Yeah, an embossing folder. That would be really cute in the background, Patty. Thank you. Yes. Yes. Faith said, didn't plan to get this sweet. Now I have to. You're welcome, Mary. You're welcome. I don't know how to say your name. Is it like Guillen? Gosh, I probably butchered that and I'm sorry, but Pilkington, I'd love to know how to say your name. It's beautiful. It might even be Jean. Gosh, I don't know because I don't know where you're from. So that would depend, right? Faye, where am I from? I live in the San Francisco Bay Area. Yes, I did put the DSP. I was showing that I did put DSP on the inside of most of them. Not all, but I did on most. You can or you don't have to. Yes, have a great weekend, everybody. No, I didn't do it on the back, but you know what? Why not? Right? That might be really cute. I could do it on the back because I think at this point now I have several of them cut. So yeah, I could totally do that. I could put some on the back. You're welcome, everybody. Have a fabulous weekend. I hope you have fun with this suite. I think it's just amazing and adorable, and I hope that you enjoy it as well. So I will see you all next week and see you online on my blog and my Facebook and my Instagram and all the fun places. All righty, everybody. Bye-bye.